Can you hear me, Prof?
Sorry, I didn't hear the last bit of your question, but I got the drift in terms of the role of the education sector in making sure that we have good leadership in the land.
Yes.
And I want to very strongly indicate here that one of the major sectors of our society that is, if you like, making Nigeria to go so horribly bad is the education sector. Particularly the tertiary education sector. For me, I haven't been part of that system for over 30 years now. I have come to believe that the tertiary education sector, particularly the university system, is the last hope of the common man, if you permit that phraseology, because we say the judiciary is the last hope of the common man. This is what the university system, should be to the society, and unfortunately, that system has let down the nation very, very badly. So, because this is where most of the people that enter into governance structures and government responsibilities across the nation, that's where they come from. I had the privilege of delivering a lecture at Botho University in Botswana a few months ago. And I was emphasizing this point. When the universities that were originally intended to raise leaders become the citadels, become the citadels of criminals, then the society is in trouble.
How did it go wrong?
I do believe that any serious government in the land must sanitize the university system and give them the necessary environment to go back to their original mandate.
Prof, give us the benefits.
To raise credible, upright leaders.
How did it go wrong in the first instance?
A wonderful question again. Where did it all go wrong? You will remember that until the early 80s, Nigerian universities were among the very high, level, world-class universities in the world. I remember when I went overseas to do my PhD. I got to the university, they were organizing some kind of remedial programs in English for people that came from outside their country. And they asked us, which country are you from, which country are you from? And we told them which countries we were. I came from Nigeria, I was exempted. Why? Because they believed in the authenticity, the credibility, and the quality of the system that produced me up to that level. 10 years later, the same country would not take any person from Nigeria without subjecting them to some quality control. So I believe that from the middle of the 1980s, I beg your pardon, things began to go downhill. The university management has not helped. The extent to which we quickly acquiesced was a major concern to some of us. But again, you remember we're under some military regimes that were using force to bring about their leadership. And in my leadership trainings now, I emphasize different forms of influence. Coercive influence, manipulative influence, which people in authority use. They think that they are leaders. They are not leaders. If you have to resort to manipulation, if you have to resort to coercion, extortion, you are not leading. Because when you remove all those apparatuses of fear, people that are following you, they go away. They go and do their own thing. So we have a lot to understand about the dynamics of leadership and its place in making sure that not just the university sector, but Nigeria as a whole gets back to its feet and regain its pride as a nation that is well endowed naturally, human resource-wise, and anything that you can think of that make for a wonderful society. Nigeria has got all of them. But leadership has been the bane of our society.
Is there a way out?
Question?
Is there a way out?
Of course there is a way out. Some people argue that leaders are born. I don't subscribe to that. I believe that leaders can be made. And all it takes is to ensure that you have a critical mass who understand the role of leadership in terms of a calling for service, not for personal aggrandizement, not to line up your pockets and amass wealth that you and your generations to come can never exhaust in using. This is the folly, that I see in a corrupt leader's mind that boggles my mind. So it's important that the society stops, celebrating corrupt leaders. Stop, exalting people that are leading them astray, and give chances to people that are coming in with a mind to serve. A typical example is when I came in as a VC, and the understanding was, oh, this is an opportunity, you are going to, make money, it's our chance to make money. Somebody came and advised me, and I told them, no, I came to serve. By the time I completed my tenure and I left the university, I rendered the account of what I did, and I can say without any equivocation that I discharged on my responsibilities, and I never illicitly enriched myself with the funds that were brought to build the university. So
one more thing,
there is
Prof.
a way out. We have to do a lot of training.
Yeah. All right. Tell us before you go. I heard, even though we need to just go double check, that lately vice chancellors now have security votes allocated to them. Did you ever hear of this in your time, or have you heard of it recently?
Well, I never heard about vice chancellors having security votes allocated to them. If as a result of the increasing insecurity across the land, specific funds are set aside to ensure that they are able to maintain the security of their campuses, I don't see anything wrong with that. The problem is not about security votes. The problem is about the credibility, the authenticity, is about the character of the people that are managing the security votes. Now, if you do not apply a particular vote to the purpose for which it has been given, then of course you are corrupt. There is no two way around it. You cannot justify it. Now, the pain we have in this nation is that we see security vote as, it's like a largesse. We can apply it because there is no accountability. Nobody is going to ask you to acquit yourself or to retire them, as we do with other parts of our finances. For me, it takes a true leader to be able to apply resources that are given to you for the purposes that they were given. And whether you call them security vote or infrastructure development vote, or you call them on cost or recurrent votes, every leader has a responsibility to apply the resources for the reasons that they've been given.
All right, Professor Paul Omaji, the criminologist and pioneer vice chancellor, Salem University in Kogi State. Thank you for talking to us today.